The Saturday wrap. For Saturday the 8th of October 2022, time 08:42 hours, still British summertime, and oh yeah, still got my cold, longest lasting cold ever. I'm in the Malcolm uphill. It is Caerphilly, and I'm probably going to turn this into some sort of stylish black and white after. Anyway, if you haven't seen this before, this is just me moaning on about life, work, tech, politics, more tech, slightly over beers, and things. So, let's get on with the standard stuff. The word or phrase of the week, he says as he tries to keep his iPhone alive with his notes: blackouts. Now, it's only a contingency, and it's only a contingency maybe from November. However, that's about 3 weeks away, maybe a little bit longer. Takes us back to the 70s, the 3-day week and all that sort of stuff. I know someone whose husband, when he heard this, went straight onto Amazon and bought £25 worth of candles. Might seem a little bit over the top, but you don't really know. It might be a good plan. I'm going to make sure I got lots of batteries, got lots of torches, and also my NAS and my Umbrel. If there's any chance of them being affected, then I shut them down. There's also the Nest for my boiler as well, which having the boiler serviced on Monday. So there you go. A thing of the week. Well, the end of September into early October, party conferences, and they're usually quite fun, but there's an air of doom about them all. And this week's the word or thing of the week, thing mainly, was U-turns. Yeah, so the 45% upper pay tax band, yeah, that was going. Didn't actually go, but now has been U-turned. I don't want to say it, but there was a Heineken ad a long time ago about a bloke supposed to be doing some wallpapering, and his wife comes home and he hadn't started it. And she berates him, and he says to her, "It's all in the planning." Yeah, it is all in the planning, and quite often, sometimes it's in the look as well, and you've got to have a coherent strategy. So there we are, U-turn. App of the week is a Mac app, is an iPad app, and it's an iPhone app, and it's iMovie. Premiere Elements 2023, which I'll come back to, came out, I think it was Friday of last week. Anyway, I downloaded the trial version, thinking, as it said, it was a fully qualified trial version for a month, and it puts across the screen, trial version, Premiere Elements 2023. So then I went back into iMovie on the Mac. Certain things I don't like about it, but it will do 4K, and it will do HEVC, and I like it a lot. And it's a lot more flexible than it used to be, and it's cross-device, well, in the Apple Eco structure anyway. So if you've got an iPhone and you want to do video and just do simple edits and a bit of this and a bit of that, iMovie, it's free and it's good. Right, okay, the Rona update. The Rona wasn't just a disease. The Rona was a whole political event. And if there's one thing in Wales that typifies our approach to the Rona, is the phrase "here in Wales." I mean, the police at the bottom of Nangarrow Hill not being able to buy frying pans or children's uniforms in Tesco's, the fire break, the Caerphilly lockdown in September of 2020. All those things. Everything that happened in Wales was, to some people, slightly different because we were Wales. And here Eric used to say, "Here in Wales." Anyway, there's an investigation, a commission looking at the handling of the coronavirus. And initially there was going to be a Welsh one, and people were told that there would be. But now here Erica says, things have moved on. Let's just have a British one. We don't want a here in Wales one to look at what happened here in Wales. Yeah. Make of that what you will. Myself, it seems like an about face, and it's upset those people who were told that there would be a Welsh investigation commission as well. Politics. Could that be a disease as well? See U-turns as well. Anyway, moving on. Last Saturday, the Gloucester Brewery Oktoberfest. It was a Saturday. It was packed out. There were bands. I think for me, comparing it to the Friday and the Sunday, which were much quieter, if I did it again, which I probably would, I'd probably skip the Saturday. I preferred it when it's quieter. I preferred it when it's less people. Not that the people weren't great, but, you know, things. And also, could we have some salt and vinegar for the chips, please? Maybe. Sunday, as I said, was a gentle day. Far fewer people there, far better. The only thing is that they'd already run out a number of Oktoberfest beers. I think they were being cautious, and I don't blame them, that they didn't want to over-order, because one, they're expensive, and two, once they're gone, you know. So, yeah, Sunday was good. I enjoyed Sunday. Although I have a feeling, I can't remember, to be honest. Yes, I have a feeling I overdid it a bit, because when I woke up on Monday, I blamed it on my cold, but I have a feeling it might just have been a hangover. Looking at my stats, I had a lot of pints of 5s and 6s, and yeah, out of training, probably the big thing. Anyway, so on Monday, I had a look at purchasing Premier Elements. Okay, so it's, I think it was about 85 quid, 70 quid if it was an upgrade. I wasn't sure if I was entitled to an upgrade. It didn't matter, because when I went to pay for it, the price came up in dollars, minus tax, at $99. So I aborted that quite quickly, and took to the forums. I'll come back to that. Anyway, went into town in Gloucester, the Regal, where I had my first experience of Tesco stroke O2 5G. There's an app There's an app I have which tells you a little bit about the cell towers. 800 megahertz, quite a long way away. Didn't really do a speed test on it, but it seemed quite sprightly, and it's the first time I've seen it. There is some 3 knocking around in Gloucester. It's obviously the other side of the Premier Inn, and I think it's much higher frequency, because in my room, 1 bar, and probably very little in the way of actually throughput, which is a shame, but there you go. Tuesday, same place. After that, I went to the Turk's Head filled rolls. You don't see filled rolls in pubs anymore. You certainly don't see them in spoons. And sometimes, even with a Pelican, it's only on Fridays and Saturdays. Turk's Head, which has now moved and is about 50 yards away from the Regal. Cheese and onion rolls. Nice big hunk of cheese, nice crispy onions, nice fresh rolls, £2 a throw. Cash only. but untapped friendly. It's a good place. It's a very good place. So if I'm in the centre of town in Gloucester, the Regal, the Turk's Head, the Pelican, you can't beat them. You really can't beat them. And then when I moved on to the Pelican, I did my 6A updates for October. About 50 megs. Nice fast internet there. It wasn't raining, so well, they have problems with Virgin when it rains. Their provider of the internet. Coming home on Wednesday. This has happened before. You leave late because, well, you don't want to hit a lot of traffic on the M4, especially around Newport. And then about 8:30, Wales Online, there's a crash. Luckily, it was the other way. However, when I came at about 9:45, there was all sorts of traffic delays and crashes, and because the first Severn Bridge was closed due to the wind, traffic was coming back from there and turning round, and there was a lot of crawling going on, to be perfectly honest. Not that I really enjoyed it. Okay. So I got home on Wednesday. I thought to myself, you know, I'm getting up at about 4:30 in the morning, and then there's uploading the rest of the videos, and then there's the wrap, and then there's the amount I've spent on spreadsheets, and then there's the fantasy for... Am I doing too much tech first thing in the morning? Am I getting a holiday out of my beanos? The relaxation? And I think the answer is start later. Continue to do what you're doing, which I like, but start later. Okay, so week after next, 2 nights in Great Malvern, and I'm probably going to take it easier and maybe just book their breakfast as well. And I don't need to be in the pub so early. I really don't, although it is good fun. And also on Wednesday, Homegrown Peppers. They went from green to brown. I thought there's going to be a frost before long, so I've started to eat them, and they're lovely. They are really nice. Really, really nice. Ooh, I've got a itchy nose. Bear with me. Oops, sorry. Thursday, for some strange reason, and Friday, I decided to go back to work. I didn't book the whole week off, which is a mistake. Although the Great Malvern week, I've got the rest of the week off for the Wetherspoons Autumn Beer Festival, all UK hops. Anyway, it was the Google event. So we've got the Pixel 7, Pixel 7 Pro, there's a watch, and there was another site of their tablet, which I'm not sure I would get, to be perfectly honest. I'm going to retire my Huawei at the end of the year because it's stuck and not being updated from Android 9, which is quite old, to be perfectly honest. Yesterday, I was on Amazon, and I keep seeing this fleece, and it's big and thick and waterproof, and I thought, yeah, so I've ordered a big, thick, waterproof fleece because, well, fuel reasons amongst other things. And when I finished work, I came home, and the advice I got off the forums for Premier Elements wasn't that great. In the end, I found a phone number for them. Went to billing, wrong place. Ended up on a single perpetual license. Turns out, and I didn't set it up this way, my Adobe account thinks I'm in the USA. You can't put an address in on an Adobe account. So you can't say, I'm no longer in the USA, I'm in the UK. So that's why I keep seeing the billing in dollars. That's why I see their advert in dollars. Very nice chappy. I think he was in India. Bottom line, create a new account. The British flag on there. He transferred all my old stuff over, said I was entitled to the upgrade version, paid for the upgrade version after various faffing around, put the code in. It took the banner off saying it was a trial version, and now I have Premiere Elements 2023 on my Mac. Now, if only they would do a HEVC. Now, I know you can get various add-in codecs, but they are a pain, and I'd like them to be officially supported. Please. Definitely please. And lastly today, my Greg Racker bus to Caerphilly cancelled. Came on the Newport bus. Thank heavens for the Newport bus. So, much to my surprise, I've overrun. Bye-bye. And I'm going to turn this into black and white. Comments as per normal.